Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine for a moment that the small, copper-colored coin resting at the bottom of your cup holder or tucked away in a forgotten jar isn't just spare change, but a literal golden ticket to a life of absolute financial freedom. We are talking about the 2016 Lincoln penny, a coin so common that billions were struck. Yet among those billions hides a mistake so monumental it has driven the current market valuation to a staggering $5 million. Most people glance at a 2016 penny and see a cent, but the elite class of collectors and those destined for wealth see a rare anomaly that represents the ultimate treasure hunt. This is not just about numismatics. It is about the sudden, heart-pounding realization that you might already be holding a fortune that could buy a sprawling estate or secure your family's legacy for generations. Does the thought of accidentally spending a $5 million masterpiece on a stick of gum make you break into a cold sweat? It should, because every day, these modern rarities pass through the hands of the uninformed, slipping away like sand through fingers. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated because the market for high-tier American errors is exploding, and the 2016 D is the crown jewel of modern minting mishaps. While the world focuses on vintage coins from the 1800s, the truly sophisticated investor knows that the rarest errors often happen right under our noses in the modern era. You are part of an exclusive group of seekers who understand that wealth isn't always inherited. Sometimes, it's found. As we peel back the layers of this $5 million mystery, you will begin to see your pocket change not as currency, but as a collection of high-value assets waiting to be liquidated. Why settle for a modest retirement when the right 2016 D error could catapult you into a lifestyle of luxury and influence? Take a deep breath and prepare yourself, because once you see what this error actually looks like, you will never look at a penny the same way again. To understand why a 2016 D penny commands such a breathtaking price tag, we must look at the precision of the Denver Mint and the rare moment that precision failed. This specific $5 million error involves a complex structural misalignment and a secondary striking process that resulted in a visual masterpiece of distorted copper. When the coin was struck, a technical malfunction caused a dramatic mule or a double-die strike of such intensity that the image of Abraham Lincoln appears to vibrate with a ghostly, golden aura under high magnification. This isn't your average blurry coin that you might find in a bargain bin. This is a sharp, authoritative deviation from the norm that creates a unique fingerprint on the metal. It's almost as if the machine itself knew it was creating something for a future millionaire. Have you ever wondered if the mint workers realized they were accidentally printing a winning lottery ticket? Or were they too busy thinking about their lunch break to notice they were making history? The demand for this 2016 D error is currently at an all-time high because it represents a perfect storm of scarcity and modern relevance. In the world of high-stakes asset sales, rarity is the only language that matters, and a modern coin with a $5 million valuation speaks volumes. This error is characterized by a specific distortion on the D mint mark and the date, where the numbers seem to lift off the surface of the coin in a bold, defiant display of value. Collectors are clamoring for this piece because it proves that even in an age of digital currency, a physical object can still hold more power and prestige than a bank balance. Every curve of the coin's rim and every letter in God We Trust must be inspected with the eye of a connoisseur, looking for that 1 in a billion mechanical fluke. As we connect these technical details to the massive market demand, you begin to realize that finding this coin is less about luck and more about having the superior knowledge to recognize a masterpiece when others see a discard. Now that you understand the immense value of the 2016 D error, the path to your wealthy lifestyle becomes a matter of decisive action and expert positioning. The market is hungry, the buyers are ready with their millions, and the only thing missing from this equation is the individual bold enough to step forward with the prize. When you hold a coin valued at $5 million, you are no longer just a hobbyist. You are a player in a high-end marketplace where quality and rarity dictate the rules. This is your opportunity to transition from the ordinary to the extraordinary, using a simple Lincoln cent as the catalyst for a total life transformation. Can you already feel the leather seats of your dream car, or the quiet peace of a beachfront home purchased entirely with the proceeds of a single copper coin? The excitement is real, and the potential is sitting in the palms of thousands of Americans who are unfortunately too distracted to check their change. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, remember that the window for capturing peak market value is wide open for those who act with authority. The 2016 $5 million penny is the ultimate proof that hidden treasures are real and that high-value assets are often disguised as the mundane. By educating yourself on these specific errors, you have already taken the first step toward a more prosperous and affluent future. The demand is surging, the prices are holding firm at record highs, and the hunt is officially on for the next multi-million-dollar discovery. Ensure you are looking at your coins with the intensity they deserve, because the difference between a normal day and a life-changing windfall is exactly one 2016 penny. Your journey toward a wealthy legacy starts with the very next cent you pick up, so keep your eyes sharp and your ambitions even sharper. Imagine for a moment that the small, copper-colored disc sitting at the bottom of your cup holder or buried in the dark corners of your sofa isn't just loose change, but a golden ticket to a life of absolute freedom. Most people walk past a penny on the sidewalk without a second glance, dismissing it as a relic of a bygone era, but they are making a $3 million mistake. Right now, in the high-stakes world of numismatics, the 2015 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has transcended its humble face value to become one of the most whispered-about legends in modern history. You aren't just looking at a coin. You are looking at a masterpiece of accidental engineering that could fund a beachfront estate, a private jet, or the early retirement you've spent decades dreaming about. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated because while thousands of these coins are circulating through the hands of the uninformed, only a select few possess the eagle eye required to claim the prize. Have you ever felt that nagging suspicion that you were meant for something bigger, something wealthier? Well, keep your eyes on the screen because that feeling is about to meet its financial match. Wait, before you go diving into your junk drawer like a caffeinated squirrel, let's get one thing straight. Wealth doesn't just happen to people. It finds those who are prepared to recognize it. The 2015 P, or no mint mark, penny produced in Philadelphia is usually just a standard piece of currency, but a specific, catastrophic error in the striking process has created a unicorn. We are talking about a coin so rare and so pristine that its current market valuation has soared to a staggering $3 million. This isn't just good luck money. This is by the dealership money. The demand for this specific error is at an all-time fever pitch, with elite collectors and billionaire investors scouring the globe to add this trophy to their vaults. This is the ultimate pattern interrupt in your daily routine. A reason to stop, look, and realize that your path to a wealthy lifestyle might be sitting in the palm of your hand right now. Why would you settle for a 9-to-5 when the mint might have already printed your resignation letter for you back in 2015? To understand why this specific 2015 penny is worth more than a fleet of Italian supercars, we have to look at the sheer perfection required to command such a price. The lack of a mint mark tells us it was born in Philadelphia, but the value lies in a rare structural anomaly, a double die, or a unique composition error that occurred during a frantic production run. When the machinery falters and the copper-plated zinc meets the die in a moment of mechanical destiny, it creates a visual signature that the Department of Treasury never intended for the public to see. It's an authoritative piece of history, a physical glitch in the matrix of the U.S. economy. Think about it. How many times have you blindly spent a penny to round up a transaction at the grocery store? Does the thought of handing over $3 million for a pack of gum make your heart skip a beat? It should. The fear of missing out is real, but the excitement of discovery is even more powerful. The market for these rare errors is not just growing, it is exploding. Wealthy individuals are moving away from volatile stocks and into tangible, rare assets like the 2015 no mint mark error because they know that true rarity only appreciates. This isn't a hobby for the faint of heart. It is a high-level investment strategy for those who want to live a life of luxury and distinction. When you hold a coin of this caliber, you aren't just holding metal. You are holding a high-demand commodity that the world's wealthiest people are desperate to own. We are seeing auction houses ignite with bidding wars the moment a 2015 error is authenticated. Every second you spend not checking your jars is a second someone else could be claiming your spot at the top of the financial mountain. Are you the kind of person who watches others get rich? Or are you the one who takes action when a multi-million-dollar opportunity stares you in the face? As we reach the peak of this journey, it's time to talk about the transition from owner to millionaire. Finding the coin is only the beginning. The real magic happens when you realize that this 2015 penny is your bridge to a lifestyle defined by choice rather than necessity. We are talking about the ability to provide for your family for generations, to travel to the most exclusive destinations on Earth, and to finally command the respect that comes with being a top-tier asset holder. The current $3 million valuation is a testament to the coin's legendary status, but as demand continues to outpace supply, who knows where that ceiling actually is? The positive momentum in the coin market is undeniable, and the window to capitalize on this specific 2015 treasure is wide open for those bold enough to step through it. The connection is clear. The history of the United States is etched into its currency, and once in a lifetime, a mistake happens that can change an individual's history forever. You have the knowledge, you have the authoritative edge, and now you have the motivation to seek out the 2015 no-mint mark error that is currently the most hunted treasure in America. Don't let this be another video you simply watch and forget. Let it be the catalyst for your new, wealthy reality. The hunt is on, the demand is record-breaking, and the prize is a life beyond your wildest dreams. You are now part of an elite circle of seekers who know exactly what to look for. So go out there and claim what is yours. Would you like me to generate a compelling title and a set of high-performing keywords for this YouTube video to help it reach your target audience? Imagine standing at a crossroads where a single copper-plated zinc disc, something most people would step over on a sidewalk, becomes the golden ticket to a life of absolute financial freedom. We are not talking about ancient Roman gold or sunken treasure from a Spanish galleon, but a 2011 Denver Mint Lincoln penny that is currently defying every law of traditional economics. Right now, as you watch this, there is a fever pitch in the high-stakes world of numismatics because one specific elusive error from the 2011 production run has been valued at a staggering $1 million. This isn't just a coin. It is a misplaced masterpiece of the United States Mint that carries the weight of a luxury estate or a permanent retirement. You have likely handled thousands of these pennies over the last decade, tossing them into jars or leaving them in cup holders, blissfully unaware that you might have been touching a seven-figure asset. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated because while the general public remains asleep to this reality, elite collectors are quietly scouring the market to secure the few remaining specimens before they vanish into private vaults forever. The fear of missing out on a life-changing discovery is a powerful motivator, but the excitement of the hunt is what truly separates the wealthy from the rest. Most people see a 2011 penny and see 1 cent, but you are about to see the blueprint for a fortune. Why would a modern coin, struck by the billions, suddenly command the price of a Ferrari? The answer lies in a mechanical defiance of perfection, a glitch in the matrix at the Denver Mint that created a rarity so profound it has set the collecting world on fire. Have you ever wondered if the universe has a funny way of hiding your greatest breakthrough in the most mundane places? Perhaps it's time to stop looking for luck and start looking for the 2011 error that everyone else is too distracted to find. This script of destiny is written in copper, and by the end of this journey, you will know exactly how to identify this million-dollar miracle and claim the wealthy lifestyle you have always envisioned. To understand why the 2011 error is in such high demand, we must look at the sheer precision of the Denver Mint and how a singular moment of industrial chaos created a legend. In 2011, the Mint was operating at peak efficiency, churning out billions of shield cents with rigorous quality control. However, perfection is the enemy of rarity. The $1 million specimen we are discussing today is defined by a dramatic structural anomaly, specifically a rare mule or a catastrophic die clash that occurred under immense pressure, bonding characteristics that should never exist on the same piece of metal. This isn't a simple scratch or a bit of wear and tear. This is a minting miracle where the history of American currency was rewritten in a fraction of a second. When you hold a 2011 penny up to the light, you aren't just looking for a coin. You are looking for the fingerprint of a legend. Is it possible that the very coin sitting in your kitchen drawer right now is the one the world's wealthiest investors are desperate to buy? The demand is at an all-time high because the specific error represents the pinnacle of modern numismatic rarity, a trophy that signals status and vision for whoever possesses it. The authority of the 2011 error comes from its undeniable presence in the marketplace, where it has moved from a mere curiosity to a premier investment vehicle. Sophisticated collectors aged 30 to 65 are shifting their portfolios toward these super rarities, because they offer a level of excitement that traditional stocks simply cannot match. We are seeing a massive surge in interest for coins that bridge the gap between everyday life and elite wealth. This isn't about finding change. It's about realizing that you are a hunter in a landscape of hidden treasures. Did you remember to check the mint mark? Or were you too busy thinking about what's for dinner? It's a humorous thought, but the reality is that the difference between a billionaire and a bystander is often just a few millimeters of copper. As we connect the dots between the Denver Mint's machinery and your potential bank balance, the picture becomes clear. The market is hungry, the value is locked in at $1 million, and the only missing piece of the puzzle is the person who finds the next one. As we reach the climax of this incredible discovery, the path forward is illuminated with the glow of success and the promise of a transformed life. The current market value of $1 million for the 2011 D-era is not a ceiling, but a launchpad, as the scarcity of this coin continues to drive prices into the stratosphere. To sell a coin of this magnitude is to enter a world of high-end auction houses, private jet negotiations, and the kind of financial security that lasts for generations. You are not just selling a penny. You are transferring a legacy. The demand for this coin among the American elite is so intense that when one surfaces, the news ripples through the financial world like a shockwave. This is your moment to transition from a seeker to a provider of rare value, establishing yourself as someone who knows how to spot opportunity where others see nothing. The lifestyle of the wealthy is built on the ability to recognize these rare windows of time before they close, and the window for the 2011 D-penny is wide open and calling your name. Everything we have discussed, the meticulous detail of the Denver Mint, the psychological thrill of the error, and the sheer power of the $1 million valuation, converges right here in your hands. There is a profound sense of urgency now, as more people become aware of this secret and the competition for these coins intensifies. Don't let another day go by where your potential fortune sits unexamined in a jar of coins or at the bottom of a bag. Take the authoritative step of auditing your collection with the eyes of a professional, fueled by the excitement of what is possible. You have the knowledge, you have the roadmap, and you have the vision to achieve a life of luxury through the incredible world of rare pennies. The 2011 D $1 million penny is out there, waiting to be claimed by someone with the courage to look. Will that person be you? The journey to your new, wealthy life begins with a single cent, and the rewards are waiting for those who act with speed and conviction. Imagine for a moment that you are holding a small, copper-colored disc in the palm of your hand, something so common that most people wouldn't even bend over to pick it up off a sidewalk. You look at the date and see 2009, a year of transition and tribute, but as your eyes scan the reverse side, you notice something that shouldn't be there. That tiny, microscopic deviation is not a flaw. It is a golden ticket to a life of absolute financial freedom. We are talking about the 2009 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that was minted during a historic 4-part series to honor the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. While millions of these were produced, a legendary few emerged with errors so profound and so rare that the current market valuation has soared to a staggering $2 million. This isn't just pocket change. This is the kind of high-value asset that can fund a luxury estate, a fleet of vintage cars, or a legacy that lasts for generations. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated because the market for elite numismatics is currently in a fever pitch. Investors and ultra-wealthy collectors are scouring the United States, looking for the specific professional life or presidency varieties that carry the elusive D mint mark and a specific structural anomaly. You might be wondering, why would a single cent be worth more than a mansion? It is because rarity creates a vacuum, and in the world of high-stakes coin collecting, the person who fills that vacuum dictates the price. Have you ever looked at your spare change and felt like you were staring at a winning lottery ticket that just hadn't been scanned yet? That feeling of excitement is your intuition telling you that the opportunity is real, but the window to capitalize on this specific 2009 D error is narrowing as more people become aware of its existence. This is where authority meets destiny. To find this coin, you must stop thinking like a casual observer and start thinking like a wealth hunter. The 2009 series was unique because it featured 4 different designs, but the D mint mark from Denver holds a special place in the hearts of those who understand the mechanics of the minting process. Most people see a penny. You see a $2 million mistake that the government accidentally handed to the public. If you are between the ages of 30 and 65, You are in the prime position to leverage your patience and attention to detail into a life-changing payout. This journey isn't just about the money, although the money is spectacular. It's about the thrill of the hunt and the undeniable prestige that comes with owning the rarest copper in American history. To understand the sheer magnitude of this discovery, we have to look closer than the naked eye can see. The 2009 penny error isn't just a simple scratch or a smudge. It is a structural masterpiece of accidental engineering. We are focusing on the presidency design, which depicts the half-finished U.S. Capitol dome. In the highest valued specimens, there is a dramatic doubling or a mule strike that defies the standard protocols of the Denver Mint. When you hold this coin, you are holding a piece of history that survived a rigorous quality control process that it should have never passed. Isn't it funny how the very things we are told to avoid mistakes are the exact things that lead to the greatest wealth in the numismatic world? It's almost as if the universe left these little treasures behind specifically for those who are smart enough to look for them. The fear of missing out is a powerful motivator, and rightfully so. Imagine selling your collection years from now only to realize you spent a 2009 error penny on a pack of gum today. That is a $2 million mistake you can't take back. The current market is hungry for these specific errors because they represent a perfect storm of low survival rates in high grades and a massive surge in demand from the New York and London auction houses. The excitement builds when you realize that these coins are still circulating in the United States right now. They are in jars, under car seats, and tucked away in old registers. Every time you receive change at a store, you are participating in a high-stakes game of chance where the prize is a wealthy lifestyle that most people only dream of. As we connect the dots between the minting process and the current valuation, you must realize that the D mint mark signifies a level of rugged durability that collectors adore. The 2009 penny with the major doubling error is currently the Mona Lisa of modern cents. Its value is driven by the fact that only a handful are known to exist in a mint state condition. When you find one, you aren't just finding a coin. You are acquiring a liquid asset that grows in value while you sleep. Are you prepared for the responsibility of becoming a millionaire overnight? It requires a sharp eye and a decisive spirit. We aren't looking for maybe coins. We are looking for the definitive, bold errors that scream elite status the moment they hit the velvet of an appraiser's desk. The final piece of the puzzle is knowing how to transition from a seeker to a seller. To command a $2 million price tag, your 2009 error must be handled with the reverence it deserves. This is the moment where your life changes. The demand for these coins is so high that auction houses are actively looking for new specimens to headline their prestigious events. When you present a coin of this caliber, you aren't just another seller. You are a power player in a multi-billion-dollar industry. Think about the doors that open when you have 7 figures in the bank from a single cent. We are talking about the freedom to travel, the ability to provide for your family's future, and the peace of mind that comes with true financial independence. There is a profound sense of urgency now because as each day passes, more coins are pulled from circulation and locked away in private vaults, never to be seen again. If you want to be the one holding the gavel at the end of the auction, you must act with authority and confidence today. Don't let someone else claim the fortune that is sitting in your own home. Have you checked your 2009 pennies yet? Or are you waiting for your neighbor to tell you they just bought a yacht with a coin they found in their couch? The time for hesitation is over. The beauty of the 2009 error is that it is a tangible, physical proof of luck meeting preparation. It is the ultimate American success story, and you are the protagonist as we conclude this journey. Remember that the $2 million valuation isn't just a number. It is a reflection of the incredible demand for American excellence. The 2009 Lincoln penny stands as a titan among coins, a small but mighty symbol of the wealth that is available to those who know where to look. Keep your eyes sharp, your standards high, and your ambition limitless. You are now part of an inner circle of hunters who understand that the greatest treasures are often hidden in plain sight. Take that 2009 penny, verify the error, and prepare yourself for the incredible lifestyle that awaits you on the other side of that sale. Your legacy starts with 1 cent, and that cent is worth millions. Imagine holding the keys to a multimillion-dollar estate, a fleet of luxury vehicles, or the freedom to never look at a price tag again, all resting in the palm of your hand. For most, a penny is a discarded relic of a bygone era. a copper-plated nuisance found in cup holders or under floor mats. But for the elite circle of American collectors and the sharp-eyed individuals aged 30 to 65 who understand the true language of currency, a specific 1998 Lincoln cent is not just change. It is a life-altering asset. There is a profound, almost electric excitement in the realization that a coin minted just decades ago, without the S or D mark of San Francisco or Denver, could be the very thing that bridges the gap between a standard retirement and a legacy of generational wealth. The air is thick with urgency because while millions were minted, only a handful possessed the rare structural anomalies that drive the market into a frenzy, pushing valuations toward a staggering $3 million. Have you ever stopped to wonder if your morning coffee was actually paid for with a winning lottery ticket that you simply handed away? It sounds like a punchline, but in the high-stakes world of numismatics, the joke is often on the person who didn't look closely enough. We are entering the first act of a modern-day treasure hunt where the map is printed on the face of a penny and the X marks the spot where a mint mark should be. In 1998, the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of cents, which traditionally bear no mint mark. However, a select few were struck with a wide AM reverse, a technical blunder where the letters A and M in America are clearly separated rather than touching. This isn't just a mistake. It is a masterpiece of industrial error. When you combine this rare physical trait with a flawless, high-grade finish, you aren't looking at a coin anymore. You are looking at a high-value financial instrument that the most prestigious auction houses in the United States are desperate to acquire. As we move into the second act of our journey, we must address the sheer authoritative power of the current market demand. Right now, the appetite for rare American copper is at an all-time high, driven by a demographic of successful individuals who recognize that tangible assets often outperform the volatile stock market. The fear of missing out is a powerful motivator, and rightfully so. Every day that passes, these 1998 errors are being lost to circulation, damaged by the elements, or tucked away in private vaults by those who already know their worth. To find one in pristine condition is to capture lightning in a bottle. You might ask yourself, is it really possible for a penny to be worth $3 million? The answer lies in the scarcity. When demand is infinite and supply is near zero, the price becomes a reflection of prestige. This is about more than just selling a coin. It is about claiming your seat at the table of the American elite. Why settle for the mundane when the extraordinary is literally at your fingertips? Let's take a momentary breath. Is your heart racing yet? Or are you too busy checking your pockets? Don't worry, the coins aren't going anywhere in the next 60 seconds, but the opportunity to capitalize on this specific market peak certainly is. The authority of the 1998 no-mint mark error comes from its subtle defiance of the norm. To the untrained eye, it looks ordinary. To the sophisticated seller, the wide AM spacing is a beacon of prosperity. This is why pattern recognition is the most valuable skill you can possess. By connecting the historical significance of the Lincoln cent with the modern-day frenzy for error varieties, we see a clear trajectory. These coins are the new gold. They represent a sophisticated investment vehicle for those who want to transition from working for money to having their discoveries work for them. As we approach the final act, the narrative tightens, and the path to a wealthy lifestyle becomes crystal clear. The transition from discovery to a multi-million-dollar sale requires precision, confidence, and an understanding of the current economic climate where rare assets are king. Imagine the moment of validation when a professional grader confirms that your 1998 cent is the wide AM variety the world has been searching for. The excitement of that realization is only surpassed by the sound of the auctioneer's gavel confirming a seven-figure sale. This is a positive, high-demand environment where the winners are those who act with speed and authority. You are not just looking for a penny. You are searching for the ultimate symbol of American opportunity. In conclusion, the 1998 Lincoln cent with no mint mark and the wide AM reverse stands as a titan in the world of rare currency. It is a testament to the fact that massive wealth is often hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with the vision to see it. The current market value of $3 million is a signal to every serious seeker in the United States that the time to audit your collection is now. This isn't about luck. It's about the sophisticated application of knowledge. By staying focused on the highest quality errors and understanding the emotional and financial weight they carry, you position yourself at the forefront of a lucrative and prestigious movement. Your journey toward a life of unparalleled luxury may very well begin with a single, small, copper-colored step. Have you ever looked at the loose change in your pocket and realized you might be holding the keys to a completely different life? Most people see a 1997 Lincoln penny as nothing more than a fraction of a cent, a discarded relic of a grocery store transaction. But for those with the eyes to see, it represents a monumental architectural masterpiece of American history. We are not talking about mere pocket change today. We are discussing a specific, legendary 1997 copper specimen that has defied every law of probability to reach a staggering market valuation of $1 million. This is the moment where curiosity transforms into a high-stakes treasure hunt. And if you are living in the United States with a jar of old coins tucked away in a closet, you are currently sitting on a potential gold mine that the elite collector market is desperate to acquire. The fear of missing out is a powerful motivator, and in the world of high-end numismatics, that fear is entirely justified because these errors are often hidden in plain sight. Imagine the sinking feeling of spending a coin that could have paid off your mortgage, funded a luxury retirement, or secured your family's legacy for generations. The 1997 Denver Mint penny we are analyzing today is in such high demand because it represents a perfect storm of minting catastrophe and preservation. While millions of these coins were struck, only a handful possess the unique structural anomalies, ranging from dramatic double dies to rare transitional alloy errors, that command seven-figure checks at major auction houses. The urgency cannot be overstated. As more people become aware of these values, the window to find them in unsearched rolls is closing, and the wealthy elite are already moving to sweep these assets into private vaults. Does your current bank account balance make you want to dance, or does it make you want to hide under the covers? If it's the latter, pay close attention, because the transition from average Joe to wealthy collector often starts with a single cent. To understand why this 1997 penny is worth $1 million, we must look at the precision of the Denver Mint during the late 90s. The 1997 was supposed to be a standard zinc-coated steel or copper-plated coin, but a rare few escaped the mint with extraordinary doubling on the obverse, specifically within the "In God We Trust" motto and the date. This isn't just a smudge. It is a crisp, surgical misalignment that occurred at the moment of creation, making it a singular work of art that the most affluent investors in the country are competing to own. The first act of our journey begins with the hunt, where the excitement of the find outweighs the mundane nature of the object. You must approach your coin collection not as a hobbyist, but as a high-stakes auditor of American currency. When you hold a 1997 penny, you are looking for a specific doubled ear or a dramatic off-center strike that retains its full red luster. The market value of $1 million is reserved for coins that have achieved the highest possible grading scores, looking as fresh as the day they were struck nearly 30 years ago. Why settle for a 9 to 5 grind when the lottery might already be sitting on your nightstand? The demand for these coins is skyrocketing because they are seen as hard assets, inflation-proof treasures that appreciate while the rest of the economy fluctuates. Now, take a deep breath and ask yourself, if you found $1 million today, would you tell your neighbors, or would you just start buying much nicer fences? As we move into the second act of this narrative, we connect the technical error to the lifestyle it provides. The authoritative truth is that the 1997 million dollar penny is a symbol of American resilience and rarity. Collectors are not just buying copper. They are buying the impossible. The sophistication of this specific error involves a deep misalignment of the hub, creating a visual depth that is unmistakable under a jeweler's loupe. This is where the story thickens, as we realize that the rarity of this coin is what creates its immense power. Every time a new specimen is authenticated, it sends shockwaves through the financial world, proving that massive wealth is accessible to those who are diligent enough to look. The final act of our story brings us to the ultimate realization. Your path to a wealthy lifestyle is paved with the very things others overlook. The 1997 penny is currently in a state of hyper-demand, with auction houses reporting record-breaking inquiries from domestic and international buyers. To participate in this market, you must treat your find with the reverence it deserves, ensuring it is protected from the elements and handled only by the edges. This is not just a coin. It is a ticket to a world of high-end galleries, luxury travel, and the peace of mind that comes with true financial independence. The connection is clear, from the dusty floor of a mint in 1997 to the velvet-lined halls of a 2026 auction. This penny has traveled a path of transformation, and so can you. Wealth is a choice, and today, that choice starts with a 1997 D Lincoln penny. As you go through your collection tonight, remember that the difference between a common coin and $1 million masterpiece is often less than a millimeter of copper. The market is ready. The buyers are waiting with pens poised over checks, and the only missing piece of the puzzle is you and your discovery. This is your moment to step into the light of the elite, to claim the value that has been hidden in your home, and to finally live the life of prestige and abundance you were always meant to lead. The 1997 D Miracle is real. It is highly sought after, and it is waiting for its next owner to change their destiny forever. Imagine standing at a crossroads where a single, rhythmic clink in your change jar signals the difference between a mundane Tuesday and a life of absolute financial sovereignty. Most people look at a 1991 Lincoln penny and see 1 cent, but for the elite hunter, that copper surface is a veil hiding a $4 million masterpiece. You are holding a piece of American history that shouldn't exist, a no-mint mark miracle that has the power to transform a standard suburban life into one of sprawling estates and legacy-building wealth. The urgency here cannot be overstated because while thousands of these coins pass through grocery stores and vending machines every hour, only the rarest eyes recognize the silent titan hiding in plain sight. This isn't just about a coin. It's about the sudden, jarring realization that you might have been sitting on a private island's worth of copper for over 3 decades without knowing it. Why would a tiny piece of metal be worth more than a fleet of luxury supercars? The answer lies in a high-stakes manufacturing whisper that the mint tried to keep quiet, and today, we are pulling back the curtain on the most aggressive treasure hunt in modern numismatics. Have you ever wondered if the universe has a sense of humor, placing a king's ransom inside a dusty jar on your nightstand just to see if you're paying attention? We often stress about the stock market or real estate bubbles, yet the most stable, high-demand asset in the country might be currently lodged in your sofa cushions. The 1991 Lincoln penny with a missing mint mark is the ultimate pattern interrupt in the world of finance. It defies the logic of common pocket change and enters the stratosphere of fine art and rare diamonds. This specific error is so profound and so coveted by the world's wealthiest collectors that the current market valuation has soared to an incredible $4 million. The demand is not just high, it is voracious. Collectors in the 30 to 65 demographic, individuals who understand the value of tangible assets and the thrill of the find, are scouring the nation for this specific strike. We are looking for perfection where the Philadelphia Mint expected routine, and that missing P or the absence of the D is the secret handshake into a world of unimaginable prosperity. To understand why the 1991 no-mint mark penny is the apex predator of the coin world, we must look at the sheer authority of its creation. In 1991, the production lines were churning out billions of coins, but a select few escaped the traditional stamping process with a flaw that makes them more unique than a solar eclipse. When we talk about a $4 million valuation, we are talking about a coin that carries the weight of a legendary error. A strike so clean and a surface so preserved that it commands the respect of every major auction house from New York to Geneva. This is the moment where fear of loss meets the excitement of discovery. If you have ever spent a 1991 penny without checking it, you might feel a slight chill, but let that fear fuel your precision today. The authoritative beauty of this coin lies in its deceptive simplicity. It looks like its brothers, it weighs the same as its peers, but its soul is different. It represents a glitch in the matrix of American currency, and for the sophisticated seller, that glitch is a golden ticket to a wealthy, work-free lifestyle. That is it possible that the Mint employees were just daydreaming about their weekend plans when this $1 million miracle slipped through. It's a humorous thought, but the reality is a high-octane pursuit of excellence. The 1991 error is characterized by a breathtaking luster and a strike depth that suggests it was destined for greatness from the second the die hit the planchet. As we connect the dots between the manufacturing floor and the velvet-lined display cases of billionaire investors, we see a pattern of rising dominance. The market for rare pennies isn't just growing. It is exploding with a vigor that rivals the tech booms of the past. You are not just looking for a coin. You are auditing your own potential for a massive, tax-advantaged windfall. Every time you find a 1991 penny, you should feel a surge of adrenaline, a psychological reset that sharpens your focus. This is a high-demand environment where the sellers hold all the power and the buyers are waiting with pens poised over multi-million-dollar checks. The journey from a simple discovery to a $4 million wire transfer is the ultimate expression of the American dream, refined for the modern age. As we reach the conclusion of this hunt, the connection becomes clear. The 1991 no-mint mark penny is the bridge between the life you have and the legacy you deserve. This is the final act of your financial transformation, where the urgency to search your collection meets the sophisticated strategy of professional grading and high-end liquidation. There is no room for weakness or hesitation in this market. The demand is too fierce and the rewards are too life-altering. By identifying this specific 1991 error, you aren't just selling a cent. You are selling an entry into an exclusive club of historical preservationists. This is about achieving the freedom to live exactly how you choose, backed by the authority of a rare asset that only appreciates in value and prestige as the years go by. As you move forward, keep your eyes sharp and your standards high, because the next 1991 penny you see could be the one that ends the era of budgeting and begins the era of bespoke. This is your invitation to step into a lifestyle of abundance and influence, driven by the most humble object in your possession. The current market is shouting for these errors, and the window for maximum valuation is wide open right now. Take the time to inspect every date, every mint mark or lack thereof, and treat your pocket change like the treasure map it truly is. You have the knowledge, you have the drive, and now you may very well have the $4 million key to the kingdom. The elite world of numismatic wealth is waiting for its next champion, and there is no reason that champion shouldn't be you. Imagine holding a small, copper-colored disc in the palm of your hand that possesses the hidden power to completely rewrite your financial future. Most people glance at a 1988 penny and see nothing more than a discarded relic of the 80s. Yet for the elite collector and the sharp-eyed hunter, this specific coin represents a high-stakes treasure map. We are talking about the legendary 1988 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin so rare and so shrouded in numismatic mystery that its market value has ascended to a breathtaking $5 million. This isn't just pocket change. This is a ticket to a life of absolute freedom and generational wealth, and today you are going to learn exactly why the world's wealthiest investors are clamoring to get their hands on it. The story begins in the heart of the United States Mint, where perfection is the standard and errors are supposed to be impossible. In 1988, millions of pennies were struck, but a select few emerged as ghosts, coins that bypassed the standard minting identification process. When you look at the space beneath the date, you usually expect to see a D for Denver or nothing for Philadelphia, but the error we are chasing involves a sophisticated transition of the reverse dies that should not exist. The urgency here cannot be overstated because as each day passes, these masterpieces are being lost to the friction of circulation or sitting forgotten in jars. You might be sitting inches away from a $5 million miracle without even realizing it. Is it possible that your old coin jar is actually a treasure chest waiting for a key? The excitement of this discovery lies in the subtle nuances that only an authoritative eye can spot. It's not just about a missing letter. It's about a specific structural design known as the wide AM or the transition to the 1989 reverse style prematurely. High-end collectors are currently in a feeding frenzy for these specific specimens because they represent a flaw in an otherwise perfect system. Think about that for a second. While others are working 40 hours a week to pay the mortgage, one lucky individual could be retiring tomorrow just by identifying a microscopic shift in a copper strike. If that doesn't make your heart race, perhaps you haven't realized that the window to find these in the wild is closing fast as the supply of unsearched 1988 rolls dwindles to zero. To understand why the market has valued this error at a staggering $5 million, we must look at the sheer demand from the world's most affluent asset buyers. These individuals aren't looking for hobbies. They are looking for trophies that appreciate faster than the stock market. When a 1988 no-mint mark penny features the specific reverse of 1989 design, it becomes a historical anomaly that defies the laws of production. The fear of missing out among the elite is what drives this price into the stratosphere. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stumble into wealth while others grind away? It's often because the wealthy know which small details to look for. This coin is the ultimate pattern interrupt in the world of finance. It breaks all the rules of what a penny should be worth. Now, I know what you're thinking. Could a penny really be worth more than a luxury estate in Malibu? The answer is a resounding yes, provided you have the specimen that meets the highest tier of the grading scale. In this world, there is no room for weakness. We are looking for bold strikes, lustrous surfaces, and that undeniable red copper glow that signifies a coin has been preserved in a time capsule. The demand is so high that auction houses are reporting record-breaking inquiries from investors who want to diversify their portfolios into tangible, rare assets. If you find one of these, you aren't just selling a coin. You are selling a piece of American history that is currently the most hunted treasure on the continent. By the way, if you're currently checking your pockets, don't worry, I'll wait, but the market certainly won't. As we connect the dots from the minting floor to the auction block, the path to a wealthy lifestyle becomes crystal clear. Finding a 1988-era penny is the first step, but the final act is the transition from owner to millionaire. The current market climate is leaning heavily toward rare U.S. numismatics as a hedge against global instability, making your potential discovery more valuable today than it was even 6 months ago. This is the moment where your patience and your sharp eye for detail pay off in ways you never imagined. Imagine the feeling of a professional grader confirming your find, and the subsequent rush of the auction gavel falling at a price that changes your family's name forever. It is an authoritative victory over the mundane. The time to act is right now, with the precision of an expert and the drive of a visionary. Whether you are 30 or 65, the dream of discovering a hidden fortune is a uniquely American pursuit that rewards those who take the initiative. Don't let these coins sit in the dark for another decade. Bring them into the light and see if they possess the 1989 reverse traits that the world is dying to buy. You have the knowledge, you have the target, and now you have the opportunity to join the ranks of the elite who turned a single cent into a multimillion-dollar empire. The $5 million 1988 penny isn't just a myth, it is a reality for those bold enough to look. Imagine standing at a crossroads where a single, overlooked moment in history transforms a common copper disc into a life-altering fortune. You are holding a 1986 Lincoln penny, a coin so ubiquitous it often vanishes into the cushions of a sofa or the floor mats of a car. Yet one specific specimen carries the weight of a $5 million valuation. This is not merely about pocket change. It is about the breathtaking reality that a sovereign error, hidden in plain sight for decades, is currently the most hunted treasure in the American landscape. For the discerning collector or the ambitious individual seeking to elevate their financial legacy, this coin represents the ultimate golden ticket. The market is moving with a ferocity we haven't seen in years, and the urgency to identify this masterpiece before it slips back into the void of circulation has never been higher. The journey of the 1986 no-mint mark penny begins in the sterile, high-pressure environment of the United States Mint, where a mechanical whisper of fate created a legend. To understand why this coin is worth a staggering $5 million, we must look at the perfection of its preservation and the catastrophic rarity of its origin. While millions of pennies were struck that year, a singular anomaly occurred involving the transitional metal compositions and the elusive absence of the P or D identifiers in a proof-like state that defies logic. This isn't just a mistake. It is a structural masterpiece of numismatic art. When you look at the sharp, mirrored fields and the frosted relief of Lincoln's profile, you aren't just looking at currency. You are looking at a high-value asset that rivals fine art and luxury real estate in its rate of appreciation. Have you ever wondered if you've unknowingly handed a down payment for a Mediterranean villa to a cashier at a grocery store? It is a humorous, albeit painful, thought that keeps many enthusiasts awake at night. But today we replace that what if with what is. The 1986 error thrives on the pattern interrupt of its own existence. It shouldn't exist, yet it does, and the elite auction houses are clamoring for it. We are seeing a massive shift in the U.S. market where tangible, rare assets are being used to hedge against volatility, driving the demand for this specific 1986 miracle to unprecedented heights. The authoritative word from the highest levels of coin grading is clear. The window to claim this level of wealth is open, but only for those with the eagle eyes to spot the deviation from the norm. As we move into the heart of this discovery, we must address the sheer excitement of the hunt. The $5 million valuation is backed by a surge in high-net-worth individuals entering the numismatic space, treating these rare errors as the new gold standard. This specific 1986 penny lacks the traditional mint mark but carries a strike clarity that is virtually impossible for the era. Think of it as the blue Mauritius of American coinage. The fear of missing out is a powerful motivator, but the thrill of the find is even more intoxicating. Every time you open a roll of coins or sort through an old collection, you are participating in a high-stakes treasure hunt that could instantly fund a lifestyle of absolute freedom and prestige. Why settle for a standard retirement when a single piece of copper can rewrite your entire family's future? Now, let us connect the dots between the metal in your hand and the luxury lifestyle you deserve. The current market demand for the 1986 no-mint mark error is fueled by its scarcity. There are fewer known examples of this high-grade error than there are Super Bowl rings. This creates a vertical price trajectory that shows no signs of slowing down. To successfully sell and exit with a multi-million-dollar payday, one must understand that presentation is everything. High-end buyers aren't just buying a coin. They are buying the story, the rarity, and the sheer audacity of a $5 million penny. You are the curator of this history. By focusing on the impeccable luster and the unique missing mark attributes, you position yourself at the top of the food chain in the rare asset market. As we reach the conclusion of this incredible narrative, the call to action is as clear as the strike on a pristine proof. The 1986 Lincoln penny is the definitive symbol of hidden American wealth, a $5 million testament to the fact that fortune favors the observant. Do not let another day pass where your jars of coins sit idle, potentially holding the key to a life of opulence and security. The demand is at its peak. The collectors are ready with their checkbooks, and the spotlight is shining directly on this 1986 anomaly. Take charge of your financial destiny today by auditing your holdings with the precision of a professional. The next million-dollar headline could very well feature your name and your discovery. Imagine holding a small, copper-colored disc in the palm of your hand, something so common it usually ends up forgotten in a glass jar or buried under a car seat. Yet this specific piece of metal carries the financial power to retire tomorrow. Most people look at a 1973 Lincoln penny and see 1 cent. But for the elite collector and the sharp-eyed hunter, a specific anomaly transforms this humble coin into a $1 million masterpiece. You are not just looking at pocket change. You are looking at a rare manufacturing miracle that escaped the United States Mint, a ghost in the machine that defies the standard laws of currency. This is the ultimate no-mint mark mystery. A coin so elusive and so highly demanded by the world's wealthiest investors that its appearance at auction sends shockwaves through the entire numismatic community. If you have ever dreamed of stumbling upon a life-changing treasure while simply cleaning out a drawer, the 1973 Lincoln penny error is the golden ticket you have been waiting for, and today, we are going to pull back the curtain on why this specific year is sparking a modern-day gold rush. Have you ever felt that nagging suspicion that you were standing on the verge of a massive breakthrough, only to realize you didn't have the right map to find it? The fear of spending $1 million rarity at a grocery store is a nightmare that haunts many amateur hunters. But for you, that ends right now. In 1973, the Philadelphia Mint was pumping out billions of pennies, and by standard procedure, these coins bore no mint mark. However, among those billions, a select few were struck with a catastrophic yet beautiful error, a doubling of the die or a strike on an unintended planchet that elevated them from mere currency to high-value assets. The market for these errors isn't just growing. It is exploding with urgency as private wealth managers and high-end collectors scramble to secure the few remaining specimens. This isn't just about coins. It's about the thrill of the hunt and the authoritative knowledge that separates the wealthy from the uninformed. Why settle for a modest savings account when a single copper cent could buy you a villa in the hills or the freedom to never check a price tag again? Wait a second, did you just check your pockets? Don't worry, I'll wait. But keep your eyes on the screen because the difference between a common 1973 penny and a $1 million legend is often invisible to the naked eye. To find the $1 million specimen, we have to look closer than anyone else is willing to look, examining the crispness of the "In God We Trust" motto and the sharp architectural lines of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The demand for these errors is driven by a unique psychological trigger: the desire for the unattainable. When a coin is this rare, it becomes a status symbol, a piece of American history that only one person can own at a time. Investors are currently pivoting toward tangible assets like rare numismatics because they offer a level of security and prestige that paper money simply cannot match. We are seeing a massive surge in auction prices because the supply is effectively zero while the hunger for these million-dollar coppers is at an all-time high. Now, you might be asking yourself if it's really possible for a penny to be worth more than a luxury mansion, and the answer is a resounding yes for those who understand the mechanics of rarity. The 1973 error we are discussing is a pinnacle of craftsmanship and accidental art, representing a moment where the system failed in the most profitable way imaginable. Think of it as a glitch in the matrix that works entirely in your favor. This coin is a beacon of hope for anyone living in the US who wants to transition into a lifestyle of abundance and influence. It represents the ultimate American dream, the idea that hidden value is everywhere if you have the courage and the expertise to claim it. The excitement in the air at major coin shows when a 1973 rarity is rumored to be in the building is electric, and that is because everyone knows that the person holding that coin holds the keys to a brand new life. As we connect the dots between the cold hard metal and the soaring valuations of today's market, the urgency to search your collection becomes undeniable. Every day that passes is another day someone else might find the specimen that was meant for you. The current market value of $1 million is not a ceiling. It is a testament to the enduring power of the Lincoln cent as a pillar of American wealth. You have the opportunity to join an elite circle of individuals who don't just work for money, but who find money in the most unexpected places. This journey from the mint floor of 1973 to the high-stakes auction blocks of 2026 is a story of persistence, prestige, and the incredible fortune that awaits those who know exactly what to look for. Your path to a wealthy, empowered lifestyle could be sitting in a rolls of coins right under your nose, waiting for you to recognize its true brilliance.